Hello everyone, it's time to PyHard. Oh, let's see where we are. I think that we have a problem with coke again. So you're not working. We're out of coal gas, out of tar, so probably out of everything. And the problem is you're full on coke. You don't filter, right? Yeah. So this just completely fills up, and then there's nothing else to do. And I assume there's all the steam you need, yeah. Right then. I didn't need to do something about this, and I think that really what I want to do is get the excess coke back into the furnaces or boilers, whatever. No, I don't really want this to always have full coke. So there is this huge loop, right, which just keeps going round and round when I don't have enough consumption here. Oh, you're stuck too, are you? Oh, the lead is filling up, it seems. You're full on acetylene. Alright. So that's another option. I could start putting the acetylene into the fuel line, which is here. That's already the fuel line, is it? Yeah. What's the reach on you? 230, so I already want to pump here. Real reach is also pretty bad. Alright. That does make things a bit more difficult. And the storage does count, so it doesn't split entirely. Alright. But yeah, I can work with that. So I do have a tank here, so let's do it like that. You are going to get a pump. That's only going to work if there's plenty of acetylene. So when acetylene is over, let's go with 20,000. That's half the tank. Where's power? There. So that should eat up quite a bit of the excess coke. And here's the fuel. Yeah. Oh, I could just use the valve. There's a one-way valve, right? Oh, not yet. Do we get a one-way valve? No. Okay, so pump it is then. Yeah, it's just 30 kilowatts, so whatever. There. Now it would also be nice to have something essentially if this storage is full. Or should I just read it out straight from here? That would also work. No, let's not overcomplicate things. This should help. We should get some production back now. This will need updates anyway. Oh, you're stuck too. Did someone run out of fuel? I really need to rebuild this. It's already way beyond what it needs to, what it should be. I don't need zinc on me at all. Okay, that should work again. Now, this isn't difficult to work with, but getting the ores where I have the processing is a bit annoying. You're full too, aren't you? No, you're not. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. That's not a problem then. We're just waiting for you to start working again. And that should take care of the access quickly enough. Oh. I'm not sure why this isn't working the way it's supposed to. All of these are running full time. So this should be consuming 10 ash each. That's 30 ash. Each of these consumes 3.7, so 2 and a bit of raw coal. 2 and a bit. Huh. So how much do you actually? Okay, let's do the math then. So raw coal is 1.5. That's 2.46, and I get how many boilers? 612. So times 12 is 29.6. So this should work. Why is there so much? Do I have fuel that's even worse than raw coal? I don't think so. Yeah, the current is better. Let me check here. Solid fuel values. What's the lowest value? Biomass I'm not using. And coal gas is just as good as raw coal. That's weird. The inserters are keeping up. At least when everything is working the way it's supposed to. Oh, I do get slightly... No, that barely gets anything though. And these are not working most of the time. Hmm. 3 times 4, 12, yeah. That should work. Well, these are going to go down very slowly, right? So maybe it just needs time to balance. I know. Oh, I turned you off. Okay. So are you actually going to build up again? This one goes down. This one goes up a little bit. But some of those are not completely empty yet, so maybe it will work itself out. But I think that for now I can just leave it. It is working. Let's go back to expanding the rock production, because I want to have a bit more than, what was it, one per second, or 1 per minute or something. Because right now this is a serious bottleneck for the science production. So by science 1 is around 10, I think. Where are you? Okay, in the last 10 minutes we got 9. So total 1.2 per minute, yeah. Okay. I think that should be mostly because I don't have enough the formic acid. I think. Oh, you're out of fuel as well. Okay. I really should rebuild this. Right, for now. Where did I bring the steel here? I have a feeling it might have something to do with the signs somewhere. Well, not the signs, but the biomaterials. I can take some glass with me. Yeah, I need an inventory upgrade as well. This really isn't enough anymore. Ooh, you're full again, of course. Take rid of you. Do I need anything else? Oh, I have so many stone bricks, of course. Stone bricks. Okay, so what are you waiting for? Latex slab, of course. And latex slabs are waiting for nothing right now. Formic acid is there. 20 per second. I think that's about how much I get total from here. Yeah. So if I get 0.1 Vrauk per second, so this should actually work pretty much perfectly. But I do want to get more here anyway. I will want to update the other parts as well. Copper is good. Now, how much copper is there in the main base? 1.2 million. How many is that in chests? You get 50 times 20, so that's 1,000 per chest. So 1,000 steel chests. That doesn't make sense, does it? I could help at least by taking the plates. Oh, the first thing I want to do anyway is to stop this production and just get the copper ore there. Start consuming it as a priority. Not going to be easy to weave through this, unfortunately. If I go up, I could just connect it straight here. That would not be too bad, I think. So all of these I want to get... Oh, sorry. Ooh, you're done. Okay then. Don't want Vrauk on me. Okay, so... Okay, then you still have hash. Alright. So let's stop the coal supply. And before I do anything else, I will start with you. I need to make sure that this is consumed. Otherwise everything's going to stop again. Okay, how high do I need to go? All the way to the trees. Okay. I'm looking forward to having the construction robots. I'm sure it surprises everyone, but yeah. We view through here. I have a feeling I'm going to be expanding this part and I don't want to cross there. Need to do something about the saline water so I can keep producing ammunition. That should be enough, yes. Well, I don't want to go through the stone mine, so let's turn it around here already. Alright. So there are multiple lanes. It would be more efficient to do it at the bottom maybe, but I don't care. The consumption just isn't that big. Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, okay. Of course, my inventory is full. I do have trash slots. So that's extra inventory. Especially for the junk you don't care about. I'm not sure if the caravans can take from there. That might work. There. Of course. That's okay. There are no priorities here. Good. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this layout or expand this layout at any point. But I'm going to use it anyway. So half goes in here, and the other half goes in here. So none of these miners should really work. Ooh. You're missing an inserter. Is everybody else alright? Good. So all of this is completely backed up, of course. I'm not sure what's going to be the next big usage for the copper. I could start building a mall, something like that. That would help to consume things. You don't even need this anymore. Yeah, I don't want to rebuild the science yet. Okay, coke processing stage 1 researched. Which means that I can now get coke even easier, but the main thing I want this for is the coke oven gas. Now this is still power positive. Right, so when I take raw coal and make it into normal coal, then raw coal gives me extra, well, it almost doubles how much fuel you get, but the solid fuel is almost equal. Then going from coal to coke, again, you lose about a third. That seems to be fairly similar. But the coke from raw coal gives more solid fuel. So we do lose out on the fluids. Yeah, it actually fits perfectly together. Yeah, so we do lose out on fluids, but get more solid fuel, which at this point is probably more important. I think we're back to having enough fuel. Yeah, mostly. So that should work out. Oh, you're done. So I'm very happy about, because I do want to get rid of all of these patches in the base. You can, of course, build right over them, ignore them completely, but I don't like doing that. Oh, more biosamples will probably be needed. Oh, whatever. I'm going to need them for the caravans, right? And I still don't know if I want to use the caravans. They are handy. $12.12. Oh. 12.55. So you're not going to be enough to supply this anyway. So the formic acid should build up soonish. So we're going to start being limited by others. 8. You need 2. You have to, right? And you need 5 for each. And then you get 25. Yeah, this doesn't fit. I need to double this up somehow. Should just move it. Yeah, I should probably move it a bit to the left so I can expand it. Right. But anyway, I want rocks. So I will want to have more of them for the future. So, this whole production. So I need 4 moss farms. For one of these. And 1.5 of sap extractors. So this already is enough for almost 2. And looking at it, actually, I think I want to turn this around like that. That's going to be easier to expand, right? And then I can just add more of you here. So I'm going to do just like this. There. Now, of course, I had a lot of trees just to make sure that I don't want to delete the blueprints. Whatever. So the trees were a nice bonus to keep the biters in check. They're already very annoying. And I think if I tweak this tiny bit, I can actually stack them very easily. Of course, it's not going to do the same thing for the moss and the sap trees. That shouldn't be a big problem. Okay, already almost a third of the way through the hot air research. That's basically going to add 50% to my research speed, so that's very nice. It's going to pay for itself almost immediately. And hot air can be used to improve productivity of pretty much everything. You know, all the basic resources, the glass production, the metals. It will take a while to unlock all the technology, but it will keep paying back. And you only cool the hot air down, the hot oven gas down when producing hot air. So it doesn't really cost anything. Oh, there you are. There. There. I should design this right. It's not exactly what I want. Ideally, I want the food stuff to come through probably from the top, I think. So I can get it easily in there. And don't have to use splitters. Because if I could fit the belt through here somewhere, that would make things a lot easier. You only need native flora and moss. You need native flora, moss, and sap. So the sap can stay here. It doesn't have to go into the paddocks. And you don't really consume that much, do you? Yeah, it's tiny amounts, so I can just use an inserter instead of a splitter. So I only need one belt here. Yes, this should be more than enough. So if I make sure that your alien flora... Oh, is it alien flora? Native flora, right. And you are moss. There. And you will pick up both. Right? So this is just for sap. And now for the logic here, I do want to turn you up. Yeah. Something like that. So you go there, and so there's the other one. There. Right. And you only need to be connected to the belt. That's this connection, right? That should work. And for the Vrauks, of course, I'm not going to have the storage in here. That doesn't seem necessary at all, but I do need to be able to get them out somehow. Without messing everything up. I don't need you here, do I? I just need to make sure you go all the way there. And this way the underground belts would reach very easily. Right, so I turn you around. No, I can't do that because I'm not going to be able to fit the inserters. Also, the water is going to be connected in a very annoying way. But I think I do want to have a barreling machine for each, because dealing with so many barrels would be very annoying. How far would you reach? I don't know. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. However, I could use undergrounds. And we don't need storage here anymore, do we? Oh, it still makes sense. It's a bit more convenient that way. On input, I still need to be able to take the water barrels. So I do need this here. You can't reach all the way there. Yes, you can. Right. So that might also work if I wanted to be this silly. Yeah. There should be a better way to do this, right? I'm just doing something silly. Oh. Really, what I can do is just take the Vrauks through here. It is going to make it slightly more effort to expand this, but that shouldn't be a problem. So let's just do that. I think the inserter should be fine picking it up, even though there's a corner. Oh, yeah, but they produce 2 at a time, right? Yeah. I do have this room though, so what I could do is just take it up here. It's on the wrong side of everything. Why am I overthinking this so much? That's pointless, right? And since that changed the way the cables work, that should work. There. Which will allow me to connect straight into here. Right? We'll need a lot more supplies too. Yeah, you still eat coal. And are almost full anyway. Keratin is a wonderful mixer. Okay, give me belts. You're full, alright. That's not a problem. Oh, the research has been stopped for quite a while now. Where's the problem? Lack rubber stoppers, of course. Not enough latex. We are producing latex. Oh. We had a problem with too much steam. Just a little bit. Where did all the steam go? Oh, is it the tire cracking? Might be the tire cracking. And the power use also jumped up a bit. I should make more steam. Okay, at least all of you are empty. You are still filling up a little bit. Right. I do want to use the coke. Also, while I'm here, I should be able to make a separator. Here. Just to help you a little bit at least. Of course, the advantage of using coke is also that there's going to be less ash to worry about. Which at this point is a good idea, I think. We do have plenty. I think I want to sap a bit of coke if there's too much again, somewhere around here. And put it into these boilers, maybe. Well, these ones, most likely, because they have a lot less to worry about. There. And you. Well, it's probably not going to happen at all anyway, though, right? Because we are just looping things around. No, there isn't any point at which this stops. You go there if possible. If not, you go back. I only want you to go back if there isn't enough. Ooh. Too much coal gas, is it? Now all the fuel is acetylene, of course. We're producing more than enough acetylene. How lovely. Okay. I'm just going to go like that. And I'm only going to use one side of the belt on purpose. That should help. Okay. That should help with the steam. So I think I want to go lower on the logic here. But I do have logic for steam somewhere else, right? Or not? Alright, let's go with if there's more than 60. Ooh, that disappeared really quickly. Yikes. How big are these pipes? But yeah, we're back on production at least. Looks pretty good. Alright. Plenty of latex slabs too now. Ooh. Well, doubling this up is not going to be perfect, I think, but it should be fine. So this is not going to last for long. 15 per second. Ooh, how much are we producing total? 15,000 per minute. Alright. So that's what? 300 per second? Alright. This should give me a bit more latex for the moment. Let's get back to the rocks. I will need to change the way the power is distributed. It would be nice if I just joined the outputs from the two here. And then I can use the other side to supply power. Something like that. There we go. So you need flora and moss. I didn't really leave a lot of room here. That was a mistake. Can I do something better with the moss farms? Well, I'm not going to bother about it right now. I shouldn't need much more out of rocks at this point. Come on. Right. So, let's turn you around and join you up with the native flora. There. So that's the first step. Did it the stupid way again. Tie. No matter. If I just run you back up, I'm not going to avoid undergrounds anyway. So let's not even bother. There. I mean, I should stop thinking about these as rare or valuable resources or whatever. There, that's the sap going where it's supposed to go. Of course, I need to fill everything up with rocks. And I do still need to connect the water. And that's how they're researched. Good. We can eat up all of this. I don't have enough rocks at this point, but that's okay. Ooh, I have less than I thought. I thought we were already doubled. Right, not a problem. Why don't you have power? You don't have power. Okay. Ooh, it doesn't make sense to have you here, does it? Right, you should report now. There's still plenty of things to do here now. No. There. I don't want this to build up too much. Doesn't really hurt, but you know, whatever. Can I turn you around? That might work. No, it doesn't really matter though, does it? I'll improve this later, once I have both of them in here. I do have to work a bit faster, I think, because I do need to have this running. Oh, where's the barrels again? How many do we have here? I don't care. 8. There, this will easily allow me to build more one above the other. And you can fill up. Yay! And that should be everything I need to start producing Vrauks here, which means I can move the other production over here as well. And I'm going to add this little... Oh, yeah, let's keep using the inserter for now. There. You don't have to be here anymore. Even for the moment. This will change quickly. Hey, do you have everything you need? Not enough cocoons. It should resolve itself very quickly. Yeah. So we need 10. That means... yeah, that's going to take a few seconds. I can't help it. Okay. It does take a while to get the materials into each of the paddocks. But that's more than enough, I think. Alright. This is almost over, so let's at least get things together. You should be able to finish it in this episode. And can I get the warehousing next? I think that's what I want to do. So all of these are useful, but I don't think it's necessary. This might be the only way to make nickel, but that's going to be a big project anyway. Quartz processing, this one doesn't give me any bonus, I think, really. Or does it? So 2 crushed quartz gives 30 molten glass per 4 seconds. I'm not sure. Whatever. Ooh, heat pipes. Geothermal power wouldn't be bad either. Gas furnaces are nice, but they are very expensive to run. Tin, that would mean less steam use for mining. Tin might be useful, though it does cost a bit. I think I want the warehouses. I do want to start building the storage around warehouses instead of single chests. Going to make things a lot easier in some ways. I think it should fit, right? There we go. Something like this should work. You need a pipe here, that's fine. Yes, so you go in there. Could probably use this space in some useful way. Well, you do reach all the way here, so I could get rid of that bit. There. That should still work. You. Some of these carry signals, so I need to be careful about that. Ooh. It wouldn't be bad figuring out a better way to deal with... Oh, that's not going to work. I need you to go all the way here. Whew, how are you connected? You definitely need to be connected. Because I need you there. Read the whole belt. Why did you stop? Yeah, stopped. Oh, no. You need to be connected immediately. There. Then that should be it, right? There. You should fill up slowly. Good. And the rocks. You should be ready to start. Now, this was a mistake, of course. I do need to make sure you only pick up the empty barrel. Oh no, I hate this. There. And it doesn't really hurt anything, but it's silly. There. I think that should work. Okay. Okay, that was the rest of the cocoons. And I can just wait for you to finish. Though I should probably interrupt it anyway. Yes, it is going to take a while. There we go. You can go. No, don't stop picking up. That's going to make things easier. You're done. First one. No, that's very excessive. And that also means I don't need the belt anymore. Well, still need it for a short while. Okay, good. Definitely need more barrels in here. How many did I need? 8 here. So 8 times 5, 40 barrels total. Okay, and you're also almost done. almost done. No, it's not going to be exactly double, so I don't have enough production. Or do I? I do have enough sap. And 0.25 here. Right. So I need 3 for each plus a bit extra for the paddock, so I should expand the moss production. At least a little bit. Yeah, glassware there. I should get that done. First thing next time. Let me write it down. There we go. Yeah, the petri dish can also be made more efficiently, but I don't think that's a problem. Well, it does double the production. And glass can also be improved, but that's even less useful at this point. Okay. But anyway, even not running fully, well, it does kind of work out, doesn't it? Oh, no. It's slightly less than I need even for the reproductive complex, but that's fine. There's your rocks, everything else you need. These bolts are keeping up easily enough, so I think that should be fine. And all of the modules are in. There we go. Oh, how does the power go in here? It's a bit weird. Let me fix that. There. That should be enough. So I need to expand the moss. Just a little bit. No, let me double it up. That's going to be easy enough. It's not going to work perfectly, but I don't need it to work perfectly. Something like that. But for now, that's still the Vrauk production almost double. So I'm happy with that. And you are no longer needed. And I still have plenty of room to expand upwards from here, if I need to. But that should work very nicely. But yeah. That is it for this episode, pretty much. Yeah, a bit low in moss. But everyone is working. Not going to be working full time, but it should still be fine. Might want to tweak the inserters a little bit. No, everyone is full, so that should be perfectly fine. Okay, good. But that's it for this episode, so see you in the next one. Bye.